Thanks for joining us. I'm Gigi and this is Allison. We're going to show you the social networks you need this summer and how to add some sizzle to your marketing strategy.
Make sure that your computer speakers are turned on. If you have trouble seeing us or the presentation, you can refresh your browser and it will work. During the webinar, if you have any questions at all, you can email webinar@vivial.net, and we will be sending around this presentation for your viewing in the next few days.
So I'm Gigi Law. I'm a senior product manager at Vivial, which means I get to work with the team to deliver exciting new products and initiatives that are designed to help businesses of all sizes grow and connect with the community.
And I'm Allison Davis. I'm a senior ad tech consultant here at Vivial. I focus and I work with small, medium, and large businesses, to find the right solutions for their business to help them grow. I've been with Vivial for about 6 years now, or 3 years now, and in the digital marketing space for 3. Okay, so we're jumping into a little bit about the webinar today. So a few things that we're going to go over. We're going to start with some summer stats. So social media marketing can be leveraged by every type of business, and we've got the scoop for you on how behaviors change during the summer season, so your business can use that intel for your marketing strategy. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go over the social networks that you should be on. So we'll go throughout the presentation, we'll show you some ideas and how the top 5 stack up in the US, and then we'll finally get to some social media examples. So throughout the presentation, we will show you ideas, posts, examples for a bunch of different industries.
We'll also show you how all-in-one solutions can save you a lot of time. So, that includes managing posts across the different networks. We're also going to show you how you can get a lot more mileage from your posts. Just a little bit of spend on social media can increase your post visibility up to 10 times. And after that, we're going to go into some of the creative summer ideas, so you'll have no shortage of inspiration on what to post. So depending on what kind of screen you're viewing us on, some of the webinar dashboard may be cut off. So this screenshot is of everything you should be able to see. If you can't, try zooming in or moving the navigation bars up and down or side to side. There are 2 important things we want you to be able to use. At the top is the Q&A box. You can type your questions at any time, but we'll be answering most at the end of the presentation.
And the most important feature on here is the resource box. So this is they're completely free resources. There's a bunch of downloads that can be accessed. We'll be going through them through the presentation to let you know. And then there's a bunch of different resources like our videos, Facebook, social media networks that you can check out.
So we're going to help you kickstart your summer marketing. This time of year, some cool things start to happen as the weather warms up. Digital and mobile usage behaviors undergo some really interesting changes. So before summer gets into full swing, make sure you're ready for these changes and the business opportunities that come along with them.
Well, most of us own mobile phones. About 77% of Americans own a smartphone. That means that the devices on which they use, the internet, they check their social media, they post photos, videos, all of these happen to be in the digital marketing tools where any business can really use those products and services to get in front of their customers.
And we all know that mobile usage has been steadily rising pretty much since the cell phone was invented. But in the summertime, mobile usage actually grows 86% faster than it does the rest of the year. So if there were ever a prime season for getting your business set up to be seen on mobile, summer is it.
Definitely. So it's interesting to note that as a population, our attention spans have really decreased when we're consuming media. We used to have an attention span of around 12 seconds, but that's actually dropped to 8 seconds, shorter than the average goldfish.
So what does that all mean? It means that you definitely want your business to be active on mobile, and especially social in the summer. But you'll want to make sure the content you share is eye-catching and generally pretty short and sweet.
And we can totally show you how to do that.
So according to studies, rising temperatures mean a rise in spending, which is really interesting. You can thank Mother Nature for this trend. It's known as the temperature premium effect, and researchers say that warmer weathers cause people to feel emotionally warm, which makes them actually feel better about prospective purchases. So online shopping searches actually increased by 46% when the average daily temperature rises to 77 degrees.
So you can really take advantage of those trends by advertising your products, your services on social media, even if you don't have an e-commerce site. So last summer, 80% of Americans planned on taking a vacation. They actually spent an average of $941 per person on their getaways. So people tend to shell out more money during the summer months, especially if they're on vacation.
And this really affects like all industries. Seasonal changes are
Exactly.
seen pretty much across every industry. I mean, you name it, from car rentals to pet care to restaurants. I mean, people will be looking for all types of businesses as they're out and about in the summer.
So now that you know that how important it is to get on social and how important it is to be on your mobile device, let's see the ones that you want to dive into.
You've probably heard of the major players in social media. You've got your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, but that's really like just dipping your toes in the massive social media pool. There are more social media networks than there are days of summer, and there's really no need to go swimming in all of them. So here are a few that we recommend looking into depending on what type of business you have. Allison, who uses Facebook?
Everyone uses Facebook. About 8 to 10 people who are on the internet use Facebook.
And it's really one of the best networks to be on to have conversations and dialogues with customers. I mean, there are more than 1.9 billion monthly active users. Facebook is one of the first destinations to go to when you want to increase brand awareness, or if you want to drive traffic to your website with posts and Facebook ads. It really helps to reach more eyes and potential customers with their targeting options.
Exactly. So the next one is Twitter. Who uses Twitter? Basically, every business that has any kind of customer service. You can post pretty much any kind of media on Twitter. You can respond directly and quickly to your customers. And you can also jump on the trending hashtags. And it's even easier that you can add Twitter on your phone so you can get notifications sent directly to you. They can ping up, they can get right in front of you so you can really respond to them quicker. I know that when I'm at a restaurant or a store, and if I have a really good or a bad experience, I really like to tweet about it. And if somebody's going to respond back quickly, it really humanizes the brand and helps me,
100%.
show that a real human is behind it.
Definitely. And if you get a bad experience, I mean, you want them to respond right away. They should take you seriously.
Yeah.
And the next one that we're going to talk about is LinkedIn. It's one of the best networks for B2B businesses and service providers. It is the professional networking site where you can build business relationships, find and attract new clients, and share news. You can also recruit really great talent, and they have some pretty good targeting options now. Also,
Yeah.
a fun fact, you can now use hashtags on LinkedIn. That's cool.
Next up is Yelp. So who uses it? Basically every B2C business offering products or services. It's the place for reviews. It's really important to share your hours, your products, your menus, and promote sales and events, especially if you have some good quality pictures. It's really helpful. And of course, managing your reviews.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely want to keep up to date on what your customers are saying about your business. It's extremely important to respond to both positive and negative reviews, and then really stay tuned in. Next up, we have Google Plus, which can be used by businesses with physical locations. And posting on Google Plus can improve your SEO and help customers find you. It's really great for linking content to your website too. So engagement and content on sharing might be less than on Facebook, but an active Google Plus page measurably contributes to the Google search ranking of your website. And of course, it is owned by Google.
Next up is Pinterest. I love Pinterest. It's really for anyone that has creative images for any type of marketing. Some of the key uses are it's really great for e-commerce businesses who can really feature any product images, and you can really show anything visually from your website. So who uses it? Basically anyone can use Pinterest. Landscapers can show off their work, restaurants can show off their food, and dentists can show off their smiles.
100%. Next up, we have Instagram. So any business that can leverage photos in marketing can really leverage Instagram. It's ideal for establishing your brand identity, your personality. You can feature product photos, leverage trending hashtags, and so much more. Today's marketing and advertising is moving towards social and visual commerce. So with Instagram's definitely leading this trend, and they offer an incredible opportunity for marketers through ads, shoppable tools. Instagram really has become a crucial element of commerce strategies. It has the most engaged audience out of all social sites. So not only does your branded content and sponsored posts get seen on Instagram, they get remembered.
And last up, but certainly not least, is YouTube. So who uses YouTube? This is really great for businesses that have really great video content. If you don't have any, it's really important to have it, to get some. YouTube is especially useful for companies that can provide, those instructional videos, demonstrations, how-to videos. And with 30 million visitors daily, you'll really want to leverage those videos. And like we were talking about before, there's a resource section at the bottom. You can go right to our YouTube channel. You can check out how we're curating some different type of video content that works out really well.
And there are dozens more social media networks than the 8 we just showed you. Some are more useful for certain types of businesses than others, but we've got the top 5 stacked up here, and you can see that Facebook is a clear winner by actually quite a lot. 79% of all internet users in the US are Facebook users. That adds up to 1.9 billion active users worldwide. The next 4 networks still have a decent showing, but let's face it, most of us are on Facebook.
Yeah. And not only does Facebook have the most users, those users are more active and engaged. 76% of people on Facebook check it out at least once per day. Instagram really isn't too far behind, with 51% of users checking it daily. So really, regardless of what kind of business you have, Facebook is the network for you to get your business showcased on.
And if you haven't set up your business profiles on any of the networks we've talked about, you can download our quick guide to setting up your social media profiles.
So now that we went over all the different types of networks, let's chat about the different types of things that we can post.
So you can definitely leverage existing hashtags, and that's exactly what Target did here with their #Friday. So not every post has to be complicated. Some can just be simple, light, and in this picture it has fun, fresh, on the beach kind of image, and it just shows, it says a lot about your brand and your business's personality.
Makes me want to go to Target. The next type of post, you can use existing hashtags, but you can also kind of get clever with this and have some fun. But just make sure to make them short, sweet, and memorable. In this example from Good Humor, they actually created the hashtag Joyhood for their trucks to announce where they would be coming through and which neighborhood they would be coming through next. Hashtag Joyhood not only got the word out about the truck routes, it was also used by Good Humor fans enjoying their ice cream or sending out the message of where the truck is going to next. It's basically like free promotion. Your fans and followers are promoting the business for you.
Yeah, it's a really great way to get that user-generated content working for your business.
Exactly.
So what's a listicle? If you've ever seen a BuzzFeed article, well, then you've definitely read a listicle. It's like 10 best summer activities or top 5 ways to grill a burger, the 7 things you want to avoid on Facebook. So the listicle itself is a really tried and true way to, create content. The titles alone are really great for catching people's interest. So in this example, Walmart took it one step further and, instead of using the traditional blog style content, they used video.
And don't forget the hashtags.
Don't forget those hashtags.
So next up is a quiz or a challenge. These are really great ways to really get engagement on social media, get people liking and commenting on the post, and really to get people guessing. In this post, Frontier Airlines actually got 297 comments and 14 shares on an organic post. That's a lot without putting any ad spend behind it. And this is really something that Frontier Airlines does often. What they do is they use this generated content or the user-generated content, and they actually share it, which gets a lot more engagement. And this is actually a reposted photo from one of their followers.
It's pretty cool. Next up, you can also create a contest on your social media page for your community. So in this example, the food truck company, they've been working with our social media team at Vivial for a few years now, and they just put out this contest campaign. It's really a great example where they not only include an awesome giveaway, the contest entry also keeps people on the post by inviting them to comment on something they love. So in this case, it's food, and food is always a winner. This post has about half as many comments as the last example, but 3 times as many shares. So that's another great example of followers helping to promote the post.
Definitely. And last but not least, albums. Instagram just created this really awesome feature where you can add photos that come out as an album, and you can post multiple pictures in one post. It's actually really fun, and it's really easy to post something that might otherwise seem daunting. If you have great photos or recipes to share, you can create some really great albums. And we already know that Instagram's 700 million active users check it daily, so that's a pretty good reason to check out something like this.
For sure. So we've shared some great ideas to get you started, but maybe you're still struggling and trying to find out, trying to figure out what to post. So in case that happens, make sure you've downloaded your copy of our free social media cheat sheet, the summer edition. And that PDF doc is full of suggestions for when you just need a shot of social media inspiration to get your creative juices flowing.
So we just went over a lot, and we know what you're probably thinking. How do I even find the time? You're busy balancing work, friends, family vacations, and you might wonder, how am I going to manage all these social networks and continue to give my customers the attention that they really need and deserve? That's why you need an all-in-one marketing solution.
Exactly. An all-in-one solution will ease that burden for you. It'll ease the burden of managing and implementing this new sizzly social strategy. A great all-in-one can help make sure your fun, new posts are visible across multiple networks, and you don't have to duplicate that effort. So it can track and report the performance of your posts in one place. Everything you can do to save time and effort will certainly help.
So if you're going to use this all-in-one solution, make sure it's really providing value. Things to look for to knock your social media posts out of the park are, posting that one piece of content to multiple networks at one time. Make sure you can also do more than just post text. You can post videos, pictures, anything to really get your audience to interact and make sure that your solution can do that.
Exactly, and you don't want to be sitting in front of a computer. We get it. It's summer. Maybe you have vacation plans of your own.
Yes.
Chances are you don't have someone who can manage all this while you're sitting on the beach, but you don't want to lose your social momentum either. The answer really is scheduling. So a great all-in-one solution will offer you the ability to create social posts and schedule them to publish out in the future. So you keep your customer base engaged even while you disconnect for a couple days.
So everything we've talked about is really great, but it doesn't really mean anything if you can't track it and see what it's doing for your business.
So for instance, did that contest you ran last week bring you any new followers? Or, what kind of posts get you the most shares? How are your networks growing over time? What are people saying about your business on social media? These are all questions that you need to be able to answer quickly and easily. And in the interest of saving time, you don't want to have to log into every single network separately and compile that information yourself.
Yeah, that really requires a lot of time and a lot of remembering different logins, passwords. I always lose my passwords.
Me too.
A lot of copying and pasting data and so much more.
Yeah.
So it's much easier to really have that all-in-one solution that pulls in all of the information from various social media networks, puts it into an all-in-one, easy to read, real-time, transparent dashboard. And again, it's really about saving time and effort, two things that you really can't afford to waste, especially during the summer.
Not when you can be soaking in the rays.
So we showed you a few examples of these organic posts that have gotten a lot of engagement, but those are really rare. If you want to kind of get your posts in front of more people, you're going to have to put something a little extra behind it. So we're going to chat about promoted posts.
So no matter how great your social strategy is, chances are you're bound to see a couple of less than stellar performances. It's just really kind of inevitable. You may think you had a great idea for Facebook, and it probably is, a great post, but when you go check how it's performing, maybe you're wondering, like, why didn't more people see this? It's really a pretty common complaint in the social media world. The fact of the matter is we all want to get as many eyeballs as possible on these great social media posts, and the way to do it is with paid social ads.
Exactly. Paid ads can really get more visibility out of the content that you're already posting. And again, the idea is about doing less with more, saving time and effort, and really getting the biggest bang for your buck.
Yeah, and things like Facebook ads can really get your post seen by as many as 10 times more people.
Yeah.
So who wouldn't want that? So now that we've talked about Facebook, it really truly is king when it comes to social media, especially for businesses. Facebook ads harnesses the complete power that it has to accelerate your business. So much so that at Vivial, we actually built the ability to manage Facebook advertising directly into our all-in-one platform. So in this example, you can see how Facebook ads with Vivial helped our client. They're a home renovation and builder company, and we helped them reach 9.8 times more people and potential customers. Now, organically, they reached a little over 880 people with their posts, but using Facebook ads with Vivial to promote their listicle style posts, they dramatically increased their promoted reach to more than 8,600 people. That's almost 10 times more targeted eyes.
Wow, so you can really see how powerful Facebook ads are at getting you more mileage out of your content that you're already posting.
Yeah.
What the best part is, Vivial can manage all of this for you, so you can get the additional mileage with no extra effort on your part.
And just in case you weren't sure whether paid social ads were worth the investment, let me tell you a little story about Stormy. So, when my team and I were building Facebook advertising capabilities into the Vivial marketing platform, I created Facebook business pages to help test the new features and functionalities. So, one of those accounts was Verdell Animal Rescue, and I made it to sort of help connect shelters and animal rescue organizations with the community and to try to find, potential fosters or adopters for those animals in need. So one of the posts that I shared was for a 5-year-old pup named Stormy, a slightly overweight goofball beagle mix who loves the outdoors, and he was rescued from a kill shelter down south. After promoting the post with Facebook ads with Vivial's marketing platform and targeting dog lovers in the New York City tri-state area, it reached more than 11,000 people. Wow. With almost 1,000 reactions, comments, shares. I mean, many people reached out to ask about Stormy, and one actually ended up putting in the papers to foster him.
Wow. So all this from one test account. It really shows you how powerful the Vivial platform can be. That's part of the power of leveraging Facebook ads to really target and reach out to a huge network of people and the right people. It's pretty awesome.
Definitely. So now we're going to show you how to keep your summer marketing strategy hot.
So summer brings out the friendlier side. We accept 20% more friend requests in the spring and summer, and that means that there's a lot more people talking. What are they talking about, Gigi?
So according to a look at the top hashtags from last summer, people had their focus on health, exercise, travel, sports, home improvement. So the topic with the most posts, comments, shares on Facebook during the summer is running. Hashtag running was also one of the top Instagram ones in 2016.
And it was also my top Instagram hashtag.
Runner.
And I'm a runner, and I use all the time hashtag runner, hashtag run Boston in my tweets. So all the time, I know personally, there's tons of talk about running, exercise, being active, and getting out there. Beaches, parties, national parks, and camping, and movies round out the top 5.
So we showed you how to get your business set up on the top networks, how to create great posts, and how to get more mileage from them. The next step is keeping at it. So download our summer creative inspiration sheet to keep your summer social marketing strategy hot. Thanks for watching.